Hey friends, welcome to the channel. Today in this video we're going to solve the Mario problem, Mario more problem, right? So basically Mario if you're more comfortable. So for that what we will do is we'll come to this website. Hold on. Okay. We'll come to this website cs50.harvard.edu/x/2024. Once you're here on the left, click on week 1, go to the bottom, problem set 1, and then this particular problem, Mario if you feel more comfortable. I already solved this particular problem in the last video, but you will have to submit either one of these. So you can submit this or this, right? So to see the requirements, we'll click here. And as you can see, this is the requirement, right? So we want to build a program. Okay, there's an illustration. Example. Okay, we want to create a program which accepts an integer between 1 and 8, right? So the height cannot be less than 1 and height cannot be more than 8, right? So we want a height between 1 and 8, and similarly between 1 and 9, between 0 and 9 actually. 1 and 8 is inclusive, either way. Once we have the height, we want to create a pyramid in this shape, right? So basically for the Mario less problem, we had to create only this pyramid, but for the Mario more, we have to create this too, either way. So let's get started. The very first thing that you'll want to do is you want to go to cs50.dev, press enter. Once you're here, you'll have to log in with your GitHub account, and after you do that, it will take a while to load everything, and once you see the pound sign here, it will be ready. Pound or the dollar sign. Okay, once you're here, this is Mario less, we don't need that. Okay, I'll navigate to the folder called week 1 that I created in the last tutorial. If you don't already have a folder, what you can do is you can create a new folder by either using this icon, or you can just type everything in the terminal itself. I'll go here, ls. I already have a folder called Mario less, so I'll create a new folder called mkdir Mario more, press enter, cd Mario more. Once I'm here, ls, there's currently no files in Mario more. As you can see, no files. So I'll create a new file called mario.c, and for that what I'll do is code mario.c, press enter. Once you have your file, we'll create the basic boilerplate that we've seen, the format. For that what we'll do is we'll include the CS50 header file, and then we'll include, remember to always put CS50.h on top, because if you don't, you will have to change it later before you submit to get the full points. Include standard.io.h, and once we have that, we will create the main function, and for that what we'll do is int main void. We'll go to the next line, and then the first thing that we want to do is we want to accept a height from the user, and the height will be in integers, right? So for that I'll declare a variable called int height, and once I declare it, the next thing that I want to do is I want to prompt the user for the height, and that will happen by using a do while condition, a do while loop. The reason why we want to do that is so that we only stop asking for a variable, or basically an input from the user, if the required condition is fulfilled. What I mean by that is, if the user enters the height that is say -1 or 0, or if the height is greater than 8, we want to reprompt the user, right? So for that we will use the do while condition or the do while loop, and that will be do. We want to ask the user and store it in height equals to get int okay, we want to do this. We want to prompt the user for the height while the height is less than 1, or if the height is greater than 8, right? If either of these conditions are true, we want to reprompt the user, right? And this way we'll be able to get the height that is between 0 and 9. So basically from 1 to 8. That's fun. So once you've done this, we want to build a pyramid, and for that what we will do is we will just use whatever David showed us in the first lecture, week 1 lecture, and that is basically creating a pyramid. For that we'll use a for loop. For, hold on, let me declare a few variables that we'll use later. Int I, j, k. We'll see if we need more variables later on. For I equals 0, that is where we want to start, and we want I to be less than height, and we want to increase I. Okay, we have this. The next thing that we want to do is we want to create another loop inside this loop. For j is equals to 0, while j is less than, let's start with height for now, and we want to increase j, right? Okay, printf pound sign. Okay, let's see what our program will do right now. I want to make Mario. Okay, let's see. While this, I am missing a semicolon. That is good. I'll make Mario now. No, we see no errors, which is really nice. / Mario. Let's say the height is 6. Okay, so currently there are no additional lines, right? Everything is printed in just one line. To change that, we'll do the exact thing that David so does. After this inner loop, we want to add a line, and for that we'll simply add \n, printf \n. Okay, add a semicolon, and then let me clear this. I want to make Mario again and run on Mario, height 6. Okay, so this is good. We already have 6 lines, 1 2 3 4 5 6, with 6 pound signs. So what we want to do is we want to have, in the first line we want to have 5 spaces and 1 pound sign. In the second line we want to have 4 spaces and 2 pound signs. There's a pattern, right? In the first line there's 1 pound, in the second line there's 4, in the third line there's 3, and similarly if you see from the bottom, what we want to have is, in the last line we want to have 0 spaces, in the second line we want to have 2 spaces, right? There's a pattern, or basically 1 space and then 2 space. You'll see what I mean by that. So I'll just copy this, I'll paste it again. Okay, this is a, let's make it k and k. To easily see the difference between these two loops, I'll change this to a minus, and now let's see what happens. Make Mario, / Mario, height 6. Okay, this is good. We see this. The next thing that we want to do is, as we discussed earlier, in the first line we want to have just 5 spaces, right? We will replace this minus with a space later on. So basically what that means is we want to start at what? Let's see, we want to start at 0, and we want to go to that is interesting. Okay, cool. Okay, let's do this. What if our first loop went from 6 to 0? That would make sense, right? If we were to use this, see, if we were to start here, and if j is greater than 0 and j goes natively, let's see what happens now. Hold on. Make Mario, / Mario 6. Okay, no difference as of now. But what will happen if I change this from 0 to I? If I change this to I, what will happen is this I value will be like changed in every iteration, right? It is not in, it will not go up to greater than 0 every time. So what I mean by that is, I'll show you. Make Mario, / Mario, height 6. All right, so as you can see, in the first line it currently has 7 spaces, right? I think 1 2 3, okay, not 7, it has 6, but what we want to do is we want to have just 5, right? So that when it reaches last line, it has only, like, it has no spaces at all. So for that, what we can do is height -1. When we are assigning it, we can do this, or another thing that we could also do is while j is greater than I plus 1, and this would solve the problem. So to make it clearer to read, I'll just do this. Okay, hold on. So make Mario / Mario height 6. All right, that is good, right? We already said this. And the next thing that we want to do is, let's just first replace minus with a space. And once we've done this, the second thing that we want to do here is change this, the pounds, right? In the first line, we want to have only 1 pound. In the second, we want to have 2 pounds. Similarly, in the third line, we want to have 3 pounds, right? So how would we do that? As we can see, like, it is very similar to the main loop that we have, right? It starts with 0, that is good. And we want it to go I is less than height. All right, we'll have to use something over here. While I is less than I, okay, while k is less than I plus 1. What if we did this? Would this solve the problem? Let's see. Make Mario / Mario height 6. All right, there you go. The issue is solved, right? All right. The I variable is very important because it is the main loop. And if we are able to use I inside the nested loops, it would make more sense because I is the only value that changes in every iteration, right? Whenever this main loop is run, only I is the value that keeps changing. At first it is 0, and then it is 1, then it is 2. But height does not change. Once the user inputs it, the height remains the same, right? Which is why in the 2 nested loops, we are using this, right? So we are using I. So the next thing that we want to do is, if you see our requirement, we already have half of the pyramid, right? And the next thing that we want to do is we want to have a space, and then we want to have like more lines, basically more pound signs. So first just let's just add a space, and that we would do by, we want a space after okay, we want the space after the first line, but before it creates a new line. So that means before a new line is created, we want to have another print f \n. Okay, we want to have a space, right? But if you do this properly, you will realize that there are actually 2 spaces in between, right? If you see 1 and 2 spaces in between. Okay, 1 2, that is good. Once we have this, we want to have another loop which will basically print the right half of the pyramid. So for that, what we will do is, after the space, we want to insert another loop, jk, let's call it L. This is getting a little weird. L and L. All right, I think this might just complete the program, but we will see about that. I'll clear the screen, make Mario. Oh, hold on. Okay. Make Mario height 6. All right, look at that. We have our program. Let's just make sure that our style is right. So we'll click on style 50. Okay, it looks good, but consider adding more comments. It's not really necessary. So we'll come down and we will see whether or not our program is correct. So we'll copy this. We'll come here, paste, press enter. It will take a moment to basically check our code whether or not it is correct. And after it has checked, we will submit it, right? So let's wait for a moment while the result is being prepared. And hopefully, fingers crossed, it's all greens. All right, so our program is correct, it's complete. And also it will ask you to check the style, which we already did by clicking on the style 50 on the right top. And let's submit the assignment. Let's see how many points we get. press enter, and then it will ask you whether or not you want to confirm, right? Keep in mind the course's policy on academic honesty, blah blah blah. Basically, you don't want to cheat. What I mean by that is you don't want to just copy and paste code from somebody else. You want to like first understand it and create your own version of the code, right? So basically, like, just be honest, don't copy paste. Press enter by typing S, and it will tell you that your result is ready. You need to go to this link. So command click or control click if you're on Windows, open, and it will open a new tab. And as you can see, for our Mario More problem, we got 1, which is the full mark for style, and similarly CS50 gave us 10 upon 10, which is really good. And if you wanted to see your results, okay, either way, this doesn't matter as of now. I'll show you in later videos. So this is the entire program, Mario More. If you found this video helpful at all, consider showing some support, which would be by subscribing to the channel, dropping a comment or like, right? I really appreciate all of the support that you show, because this video does take a lot of time to make, right? Either way, I'll see you in the next video. I will link the videos of next week somewhere up here, so I'll see you there. Until then, have a nice one. Bye bye.